Let me tell you, you can have financial dominion. I'm telling you, you can have control over money and have much money that you've never ever seen before come into your life. If only you can listen to today's broadcast, pay close attention to the information you'll be receiving, and make a decision in your mind to implement it. In about 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, you will come back to say, wow, thank you for that information. It's a guarantee, people. It's a guarantee, because knowledge is power. Why have we all been defrauded? All right? Because we don't vet, we don't investigate. The first thing I want you to write down if you're taking note today is, please investigate before you engage. Please investigate before you engage. It's very important. Write it down. Don't you ever forget it. Investigate before you engage. Don't make financial investments based on sentiment, how good the presentation is, right? Especially in today's world where AI is generating a lot of things. So you hear a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation, and it's basically mind-blowing. Oh, this sounds so good to be true. And you put your money there. No, sir. Investigate before you engage. Investigate before you invest. Very, very important. Write that. Let it be the first thing you write down today. Don't forget it. All right. Now, having lost money in some, and not just money, friends. Let me tell you another thing that I hate about some financial platforms. It makes you to lose friends. It makes you to lose friends. I'm telling you, people forget humanity and develop an attitude because they've stressed so much to get into a particular platform and you're not interested in it. They don't even want to respect the fact that, okay, he's not interested in this, but he's a good guy or she's a good lady, right? So they just develop an attitude because you didn't invest in that. Such platforms that make you to lose money, lose friends, lose connection, that is part of the investigation I'm talking about. All right. But recently, and doctor, this is where I'm trying to cue you in. Let me give us how this program is going to go. I'm not going to interrupt doctor. Doctor is going to give us a laid down teaching. While he's talking, please do me a favor. Get a notepad. Please get a notepad. All right. Get a pen. Write down. If you have a question cross your mind, please write it down. Don't say, oh, I will remember. Write your question down. Write the points down. I'm not going to interrupt doctor at all. He's going to teach for like as many minutes he would want to teach. When he's done with his presentation or his speech, then we will circle back and begin to take questions and answers. All right. This is how we're going to flow today. Okay. So please get your writing material ready and be ready to learn. Now, why did I bring doctor here? I try to be a futurist. There is such a thing as projecting into the future. Okay. And I try to be a futurist. And I'm like, why is it? This is why my mind began to go towards crypto. I think we're going to be settling. There are other financial principles we will learn, but we're going to be settling a lot more on the discussion about crypto. When the former president, the 45th president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, attended a crypto conference. Number one, that was the first man or the first president to attend such a conference. Number two, people think that crypto is unstable, right? But that was a big sign. And if you are a futurist, there are signs that you can't take for granted. That word futurist also means being prophetic if you want to go about it spiritually. There are signs you cannot take for granted. There are things, the ability to learn trend and follow trend, right? And see where this trend will lead you. I say, why will the former president of America attend a crypto conference? What is the future of crypto? Who can help us unpack this crypto stuff? Why am I thinking that way? Sometime in the year 2013 or 2012, thereabout, when crypto really started newly, I took advantage of crypto. It blessed my life. I will share more on this testimony much later, but it blessed my life. And then now, a whole president is showing interest in crypto. Maybe some people should start thinking along that side. Just maybe. But I wouldn't want you to quickly go and invest in crypto without providing you a platform that will saturate you with information. That would be, I don't even want to do it myself. I want to learn more. And this is why I brought my friend who has been practicing this cryptocurrency for years and has helped a lot of people make millions and billions of dollars. Trust me. When he told me that, I'm like, what? He said, yes, Pastor. There is so much more in this that ordinary people understand. Doctor, I don't know if you are ready, but his name is Dr. Davidson Amedu. I have been knowing this man for a very, very long time. And what I love about him is that he's a man of principle, right? When money is involved, please do business with people who are principled people. Critically important. He's a man of principle. He's a man of few words. He's a man of integrity. And he doesn't have any business lying to people. There's nothing he wants to gain. In fact, he's a man that behaves like an American because the culture of America is do it yourself. America have this do it yourself mindset that is really, really big, right? You don't really need an agency for anything. You can do anything in America yourself. And this is what Dr. Tile always tries to do, coach you in a way that you can do this thing yourself without having to say, oh, this person defrauded me, this person messed up with my money. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend and my brother, the very handsome Dr. Davidson Amedu. Take it away, sir. We're going to let you speak and teach us for like how many minutes you are comfortable. When you are done, you let us know, and I'll be inviting people up. We'll be engaging you. We'll be asking you questions. We'll be learning more from you. It's over to you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ike. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's not every day you get one gets a man like you to trust another person with your platform. Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you for trusting me with your platform and bringing me on here. It speaks volume that you believe in me and you believe in what I carry. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much, sir. All right, everybody. So we're here to get started, and I hope that I'm able to teach the much that I know without too many technical jargons. I'm going to try to break it down to 101 class, so that even every regular person out there that's going to watch the replay would understand the lessons we're trying to pass across here. So I wanted to run this by you, Pastor Ike. I don't know if I should just speak or turn the camera in a way that it shows my screen, because I prepared slides for this. Should I just go ahead and speak, or if there's a way I can tilt my phone, flip the camera so it shows my screen, would that work better?
It might work better if you are able to do it. Just try it.
Okay, yeah. I was just about to say that we'll just try it. If it's not working, then
for my community, if you can send your PowerPoint slide. If that's okay, I want to share with them.
Okay.
And if you have not joined my community, send me direct message with your phone number, and I will add you to the community. That way, when or if you can get it on the community. Go ahead, doctor.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, guys. So we'll just do a quick run, and my name is Tali Davidson. I've been playing in the blockchain and crypto space for a little above, I think just about a decade now. Yeah, about a decade now. I'll just say a decade now, and I'm honored to be driving this conversation this morning for those who are in the US, and afternoon for those in Africa, basically. And I've pretty much worked with the biggest brands like in the blockchain space and the crypto space. From where I stand, I'm privileged to also interface with governments here in Nigeria, interface with the presidency as to proper regulation and compliance structures for blockchain and crypto products and solutions, even for government and for the private sector. And so I titled this because it's financial intelligence, and I believe every single person here are highly cerebral people, and those who follow Pastor Ike, I know, are cerebral people. And one thing with cerebral people is that they don't just want to get shallow knowledge; they want something deep. So I just curated something which I call the role of blockchain industry in strengthening any country's digital economy. So whether you're in the US, you're in the Caribbeans, you're in England, you're in Africa, you're in Asia. Southeast Asia is like big on crypto, but wherever you find yourself, this conversation is going to help you with the basics of how this blockchain works. And I'm saying blockchain, I'm not saying crypto, because blockchain is all encompassing. Crypto is just 1% of the possibilities of blockchain as a technology. So this is to give you basic understanding as to why we, who are always speaking about blockchain and advocating for blockchain, why we are doing that, and how this technology can strengthen our nation's digital economy. All right, so let's take a quick dive into what blockchain technology is. I like to use the word a magic book, right? It's like a magic book. Sorry, apologies if the phone camera is not covering my entire screen. I'm just trying to. TikTok has not allowed us to start sharing screen directly yet, so we'll make do with what we can. Okay, so basically, I like to think of blockchain technology as a magic book. Now, imagine Pastor Ike having a copy of a book, on his desk right now, and myself, Tali, have a copy of that same magic book, right? This is just for analogy's sake. And I can see lovely Zini. I don't know where she is. She could be in New Jersey, probably. And then she has another copy of that book. And then I see someone else here, Edmund Stewart, probably somewhere far away in Kentucky, and he or she has another copy of the same book. Now, watch this closely. As Pastor Ike is imputing data in his copy of that magic book, it is automatically reflecting in the copy that I'm holding, in the copy that Zine is holding, and the copy that Stewart is holding. So what happens is that data imputed on copy 1 is automatically reflected and housed in copy 2, copy 3, copy 4, up until copy 1000, regardless of the location of this book, regardless of who's holding this book, regardless of their race, color, religion, tradition, culture, whatsoever, right? But watch this. If Pastor Ike wants to play smart, to say he wants to remove data or mutilate data that he by himself imputed on his copy of this book, quite all right, to a large extent, depending on the technology he's using, he can succeed in erasing some level of data from his own copy of this magic book. Watch this closely. But guess what? He can never erase the copy or the data that is in the copy that I am holding. He cannot even access the data in the copy of the book that Zini is holding and Stewart is holding. So he can remove some data in his own copy, but he cannot access my copy, Zini's copy, Stewart's copy, and the rest 1 million other plus copies, regardless of their location. Now, when you think of blockchain, think about this analogy I just gave now, like a magic book. Data can be imputed, but it is very difficult to mutilate data or to erase data or edit data. But when you invest in technology to try to do that, you can only succeed in removing data from a few copies. Now, what do you think about such a technology? With this kind of technology, you can regulate the character of evil. You can bring in a trustless economy where you don't even need to invest so much in trust. The technology exposes irregularities and irresponsibility. You can tame corruption with this kind of technology. You can track a lot of systems that are overly centralized. right? And you bring accountability, transparency. It's an open source accounting book, right? That helps professionals, that helps industries, that can help companies to manage data, to manage ledgers, and do business. And this is the fundamental character and nature of blockchain technology. It's immutable. It allows people to transact without the interference of a third party, right? So it's a revolutionary approach to storing, transmitting, and managing data that has the potential to transform various industries. Now, the blockchain as a terminology refers to the fact that transactions are recorded in blocks. Now, remember Pastor Ike's copy of the Magic Book, my copy, Zini's copy, Stewart's copy, and then other people's copy. Now, each of these copies are called blocks. And these blocks, these magic books are the blocks. They are linked together with a kind of high programming language, which is called cryptography. It's a high mathematical formula used by cryptographic programmers. And it is what links the Magic Book 1 to Magic Book 2 to Magic Book 3 up until the millionth and the billionth Magic Book, right? And that is why it is called blockchain. So because they are all linked, they are in a chain, and each of this block contain the same data. And each of this block receive reward for verifying transaction or verifying data or for verifying information. Just think about what you can do with elections in Africa leveraging this kind of technology. Once a vote is casted on ballot box 1, or once a vote is casted on ballot box 2, all of the blocks record that data and it cannot be rigged. Are you seeing that? Now, imagine in Africa, imagine our countries. I mean, the budgets of the countries in Africa are spent through blockchain technology. Once it is recorded on data on block 1, on Magic Book 1, it reflects in all. It's open source. You cannot cheat the people. You cannot deceive the people. So when you think about this, these are just two use cases I mentioned. This is why there's a lot of conversation, controversial conversation about should we accept it, should we not accept it, because of the powers that be. Power brokers do not like this level of transparency and openness, right? It is completely a democratized and decentralized economy that will happen when there is global adoption of this kind of technology. So each block contains a set of transactions, and once a block is added to the chain, it cannot be altered or deleted. So I think I may just flip back to my face because looking at the screen, if people just keep watching the screen, it might be boring for them. So let me just get back to, I'll just be teaching as I'm using the slides. But like you said, recommended, I will send the slides to you. So you can share with your community. They can research to form like a basic resource for their research and conversations. Okay, so let me just continue. I don't know how TikTok works, so maybe you guys need to tap or something on the screen so we know that you're following me or making sense or you're getting value. So please do that. You can tap on your screen. Actually, this is my very first live here, Pastor Ike.
Wow.
Yes, my very first video live here.
People can engage by making the comments active.
Okay.
And I'm not surprised this is your first time. I always bring people first.
Okay.
But I'm so happy,
Yeah, at least I get to go on your first on my first live on your invitation.
Wow.
Other live sessions I just do audio and just teach on audio, but it's okay. All right, guys, so let's make progress. I believe that you're getting some value from what I'm sharing, everyone, because this is really important. And like I said, I started with saying that I hope I can break this down like for everyone to understand basically. So but that illustration that I gave about the Magic Book is very important. When you think of blockchain, yes, there's a lot of technicalities that has to do with explaining it, but think of that Magic Book and it will help you to appreciate the idea of a blockchain, as it were, right? So it's a database, and it is maintained by a network of nodes. Now, the magic book belonging to Pastor Ike, to myself, to Zini and Stewart, those are like nodes. So you either hear the word nodes or block, right? But whenever you hear this buzzword, it's still like the magic book, right? Each node, each block has a copy of the same information, and it creates a tamper-proof, transparent accounting system. So when you hear ledger, you're doing your research, you hear ledger about blockchain, just replace that ledger with accounting book, record book. That's what ledger is basically, and it can be used to track transaction without the need for a central authority. Now, the currencies of the world, from the dollar, with all respect to every country, the dollar to the yen, to the pounds, to the yuan, to the euro, to the naira, to the rands, to whatever currency that every country is using today, it's largely centralized and largely manipulated by the power brokers, in this countries. That is the truth. And someone sat down, or a group of persons sat down, as it were, a pseudonym called Satoshi Nakamoto, to think about all of these challenges, the question of transparency, the challenge of inflation, the fact that you have money in your bank account now and it is never the same in 6 months' time or in 12 months' time. The thought and the idea that the speed of doing business is impeded, is affected. The thought and the idea that I am not having control of my currency, and the fact that central bodies, central banks around the world, just manage and handle and manipulate currencies of the world in different countries. Sadly, and this pseudonym called Satoshi Nakamoto decided to create a solution for these problems that he was thinking about, or they were thinking about. We say it's a pseudonym by research because we don't know if it's a he or a she or a group of people. So Satoshi Nakamoto sent out the first white paper, which is like a business documentation of a project. In the crypto space, we call it white paper, for the first application to be built on the blockchain. So blockchain has been there. There is no CEO of blockchain. There is no owner. It's just like the internet. Nobody owns the internet. There is no CEO of the internet. There is no founder of the internet. But CEOs and founders discovered the internet and started to build solutions on them. So I'll give you another illustration. Now, the internet is like a piece of land, a piece of earth that you can come build either a skyscraper, right? Or you build a church on it, or you build a mosque, or you build a shopping mall, or you build private housing facility, or you build a company, right? An office complex on it, right? And you just claim ownership to it. That is your domain. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you own the entire land in all of the earth, but that area that you build your structure is yours. So that's what blockchain is like. You can decide to come and build anything on it. So let me go back to the internet. On the internet, someone came and built Zoom, someone built Facebook, someone built WhatsApp, someone built TikTok. We're using TikTok courtesy of the internet power. Someone built Google, someone built YouTube. So these are applications on the piece of land. These are the skyscrapers, the church, the mosque, solutions that impart humanity, that makes life better for people. Now, because of TikTok, we're able to do this. We're able to have this conversation, and I'm able to send emails to Pastor Ike. He's able to respond to me. So these are solutions that were built on the internet. In the same vein, the blockchain is another kind of piece of land. It is not owned by any country. It's not owned by any founder. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't own it. Bill Gates doesn't own it. It's a technology. It's been there. And God releases these things into the, I don't know if to say the cosmos or the aeons or whatever, the geographical or cosmos distribution. But scientists and people just discover them and they build solutions on it. Now, the way people build Zoom, Skype, and all of these solutions, Instagram, they pre-played the needs of the world and created solutions ahead of time. Some of us didn't even know we needed WhatsApp, and someone built WhatsApp and sold it for over 19 point something billion dollars about 10 years ago, right? And now WhatsApp is more valuable than it was 10 years ago, right? He sold it 10 years ago, meaning that he started building it. He was rejected by, I think, Facebook, and then he went to build WhatsApp. So now, how should we think in all of this? Like, blockchain is there again in Africa, and I would say sadly, as believers, we play catch up with technology. I'm privileged to speak in a lot of churches, and I always say this: as believers, we should always be at the forefront of technology, at the forefront of innovation, because we are the ones with excellent spirit and with an excellent mind. The Bible says Daniel was 10 times more excellent than his neighbors. And when I start to embrace blockchain and crypto, and the idea that Satoshi Nakamoto wrote in the first letter he sent, this is what I encountered. It made me crazy. And I can tell you, as at that time, it wasn't first about the money. I was very broke. So, but I believed that with this democracy, because for me, blockchain is democracy, right? And I'll explain why I say that. I believe that I can build something out of it. And having come from a coaching background, I kept trying to help people discover their multi potentials, because I am multi talented. But lots of these people were broke, and I wouldn't say I was rich either. So I tried to think to myself, how can I help these people, and how can I ensure that I'm able to give them a solution that can sustain them for at least a while they try to figure out what to do with their lives. They are making money. And in the course of my research, that's why I encountered blockchain, that's why I encountered crypto, and it made too much sense to me that, for the first time in the history of humanity, I can do business with the Japanese without the interference of the central bank in my country, without the limitation of no banking days on Saturdays and Sundays, without spending so much on transaction fees. And I can store my money, my assets in this encrypted currency, and the value would not be impacted by inflation. Rather, volatility will have a bearing on it, in the sense that it can go up and down in price based on the forces of economics: demand, supply, acceptance, adoption, and utility. These are the 5 forces of price value that affects the intrinsic value of every cryptocurrency. And I was sold. I was very sold. And this is why I embrace blockchain and crypto. Now, taking it back to us as believers, embracing blockchain and thinking, what can we do? How can we leverage this technology to start building the skyscrapers, the churches, the shopping malls, the housing units, just like people build solutions on the internet? We can study this technology and study what's possible, study what we can deploy on the blockchain technology. Start thinking of applications we can build, solutions we can start building now, ahead of time. And that's how we can stay relevant ahead of the curve. We need to start seeing church coming together to build, solutions, and think in this line. Okay, let me not get too ahead of myself. So I've said quite a lot about blockchain. And understanding this technology further is designed to be a peer-to-peer distributed accounting system that is secured and used to record transactions across multiple computers. Okay, I have these pictures here. Probably when I shared the slide, you're gonna see. So you can see I use a picture here that depicts the magic book. So magic book 1, 2, 3, 4, and once data is imputed here, it reflects here, it reflects here, it reflects here. So for those who are going to get the resource, you're going to see that waiting for you. Okay, let's move on. So properties of DLT. So there's what we call this digital ledger technology, right? Digital accounting technology. Remember I said whenever you hear ledger, it is accounting system. So one is that it's distributed. One is that it's largely distributed. That means it's spread across different locations, and then it's programmable, it's anonymous. So it's secure, it's immutable, it's unanimous, and then it is time stamped. So those are some of the properties of a distributed accounting system, which is what blockchain is about. Now, why should we embrace this? We can use blockchain for international trade. International trade. We can use it in the banking system. If you're a banker here, I crave your indulgence. We used to hear this statement by very passionate crypto guys on Twitter and different places. They say crypto will do to bank what email did to post office. People write that and tweet that a lot. Crypto will do to bank what email did to post office. And it kind of sent a fear to the central banks across the world, like, oh, these guys are coming to take food from our table. And it has caused a controversial defense against blockchain and crypto. You see, very stern. It has driven, even in my country where I am now, currently Nigeria. If you do a transaction and it's crypto related, your account is blocked. The police force comes after you, stuff like that is happening. But the truth is, hear this from an expert. The truth is, no, it won't. Crypto will not do to bank, or crypto wasn't meant to do to bank what email did to post office, right? Crypto was meant to complement the banking system, because money is money, whether it's digital, is analog, is fiat, FIAT, or traditional. The banks are supposed to adopt this technology and start creating systems, applications, and solutions to serve us as well. Nothing stops a bank from owning a digital wallet and putting KYC and compliance systems on these platforms, and they are making money. If I run you through the numbers that blockchain banks are doing in other countries, in some countries of the world, you will be amazed. You will be amazed. You will be amazed. You will be amazed. Like some countries who have been able to understand and demystify the concept of blockchain and even invited their banking sector to build solutions. Oh my goodness. Okay, then stock trading. Stock trading is another very viable sector that can thrive on blockchain technology. Healthcare industry. Oh my goodness. I'm currently co-founding a product, a health tech product called Nerica. You can Google that. We've been building for about 2 years now, and is Africa's first move to earn AI-powered blockchain platform. Basically, what we are doing is incentivizing healthy living, helping digital nomads in Africa to stay healthy and make healthy choices by engaging in physical health activities. So we reward the users for engaging in jogging, walking, skipping, running, etc. We basically do what the Apple Watch and Samsung Health does, but do beyond that to reward the user. So ours is decentralized. Apple and Samsung, they are centralized. So they just take data from people and feed it to health companies. What we do is we take this data and reward the users for using our platform to exercise or to do anything health-based, right? Now, that is just one use case of blockchain in the health sector. Now, the real estate industry, I don't know how many people here have heard about tokenization. Tokenization is a big deal now. Dubai, the UAE is big on tokenization, and they've started tokenizing lots of their real estate. They've started to, tokenization pretty much breaks down wealth in the real estate sector and makes it easier for the average person to own a piece of real estate just by the concept of tokenization. You see, there are lots of ways you can implement or you can apply blockchain technology. The real deal is, how are we thinking in this direction? I'm here to talk about publishers. Publishing is possible on blockchain. Supply chain management is a big deal. As a matter of fact, I did an intervention. I deployed a solution. I consulted for the company. I did a solution for them, how they can move their supply chain process from the traditional system into blockchain, and it has been fantastic since then. Their numbers went to 130% in 90 days, just after we launched that product for them, right? in the legal industry as well, you can be a blockchain lawyer. Do you know blockchain lawyers are in short supply in the world right now? Do you know that blockchain architects are in short supply in the world? I'm yet to even get into careers in the blockchain space. And this is just applications that I'm talking about. Okay. Now, in the HRO industry, oh my goodness. And then I've talked about real estate. Excuse me. So there's just so many applications we can start to build. So many applications. Yeah, I in this slide, I wrote the letter that Satoshi Nakamoto wrote out. He said Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. In 2008, that's when this letter was written. That's when this letter was written. What could have happened if just 10 people here bought Bitcoin in 2008? Do you know what it was selling for? 0.01 cent. $0.01. Sorry, that's 1 cent. That means with $10 as of 2008, do you imagine how much Bitcoin you would have owned with $10 in 2008? So I like to say this to people where I'm privileged to share this knowledge. As I said, blockchain and crypto has offered what we call pre-distribution of wealth. You see, when this letter was written and it was sent out to the public, there was an invitation for every one of us to participate in the pre-distribution of wealth. Now, that wealth that people that like the Winkler twins, and I don't want to mention them, lots of other billionaires today that made money from crypto participated in that invitation. So there was a pre-distribution of wealth. Now they are living in wealth right now. It's an invitation to wealth transfer. But guess what? It's not too late. It's never too late. There is such a thing as redistribution of wealth that is still going on. There is an invitation for redistribution of wealth, and you can position to make money. You can position to be a billionaire, the next billionaires. In fact, the next set of billionaires are going to come from the blockchain industry. If you noticed, in the 80s and 90s, the top 10 billionaires on Forbes list or world richest were either in the real estate or some of these traditional businesses. And then from the late 80s to 90s, it moved to the Y2Ks, and then you were noticing top richest started becoming internet entrepreneurs. They were internet billionaires from Microsoft, then Elon Musk, all these guys came up. Now, from this trend, the next set of top billionaires, right? Just remember this. They are going to be blockchain based guys, billionaires. That is if they come out to declare their worth. Because many are billionaires and you will not know. Someone can walk across you, a Gen Z can walk across you with short knickers and Crocs, and the guy is a billionaire because in his wallet is the net worth of 3 African countries combined together. So that's one thing with the blockchain space. Like he doesn't even need to be trading cryptos. He just need to deploy an application in the blockchain space that the world will be using, and they won't know that he's the one that owns the application. That's the beauty of blockchain. And irrespective of your race, color, location, you can deploy solutions. You can build on that piece of land and rake in money, right? If I don't come out and say I'm co-founding Eureka, I can deploy Eureka and it will be there in the blockchain space, and nobody will know that I am co-founding Eureka, and that is how it works. So, but let's make some progress. I hope I'm making sense to somebody here. I really hope so. There's a letter, the Satoshi Dream. I included it in this slide, Pastor Ike, so they know that they can read and even make reference to it. So one of the earliest adopters of blockchain technology was the cryptocurrency Ethereum. Ethereum, by market capitalization right now, is the second largest crypto. So when you're paying attention to Bitcoin, best believe that Ethereum is the next big deal you should pay attention to. All right. And it was launched in 2015. He was a teenager at the time. Vitalik Buterin is the founder and creator of Ethereum. He basically just looked through the Bitcoin white paper, looked at the loopholes, and then reinvented it, improved on it, and created a better application. You know how the latter is greater than the former. How you see a house and then you say, oh, I like this house, but when you're building yours, you now add more, you add more fittings and everything, aesthetics to it, because what has been, cannot be better than what can be. So because you know what has been, you can build what can be. All right, so that's how Ethereum came about. And even I can tell you, as an analyst and expert, there are lots of new blockchains and cryptocurrencies that are even far more interesting than Ethereum right now, right? So yeah, let's make progress. So the use of blockchain technology continues to expand, and there are ongoing debates, in the world about the potential benefits, the drawbacks, and everything. Some argue that blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize many aspects of our economy and society, while others are more skeptical of the potential and concerned about the environmental impacts. Regardless of this debate, blockchain tech is likely to continue to be an important area of innovation in the years to come. Wow, time is fast spent. So I these are conversation I do like in series, but let me just try to wrap up the components and the architecture of blockchain systems. I'll move on. So let me flip a bit. It's a two-edged sword, right? So there is the technology side of blockchain, and then there is the currency, right? There's the technology, and then there is the currency. So the technology is where I've been dwelling in, all right? If you notice, I've not really talked about coin. The technology itself, you can deploy applications, you can deploy products. Now that I've mentioned Ethereum, I'll just dwell a bit more about the coin part, which is where I have also played in both the technology, education, driving adoption for the technology, and also leveraging the currency so that we can be teaching this thing and not be broke. And that's how I have pretty much operated, in almost a decade now. And there's a lot you can do with the crypto part, and a lot of people tend to get lost or soaked in just the crypto and forget the technology. I'm a good blend of both. I have knowledge on both, so you can do your research too, regardless of your career path, regardless of your current profession, whether you're a minister of the gospel, whether you're a career expert, whether you're a business person. Whoever you are, wherever you are, make sure you're educating yourself in the technology and also trying to position to earn the currencies in the blockchain and crypto space. All right, so just like Bitcoin, there are tons of other cryptocurrencies out there, and you can make money trading them and doing a lot of things around the blockchain space or around the crypto space to make it. So I'm just going to talk about wealth portals. This is a full training on its own, but I'll just give you tips on wealth portals in the blockchain and crypto space. And number one is you can engage in trading, which is a skill. You can build a trading skill. Number two is mining. Mining is to cryptos what printing paper money is to traditional currency. So you can invest in a setup of technology that can start creating new cryptos for you, either an existing cryptocurrency or Bitcoin itself. So you can invest in mining Bitcoin, or you can invest in mining some new cryptocurrencies because they are valuable, and as you keep mining them, you are earning them and you can resell them in the open market, right? So I've talked about trading, I've talked about mining, and I'll talk about nodes. You can set up nodes, to also be earning cryptos as well. Now there's a fourth one which has to do with private sales. So the way you see companies going public, they said they were applying for an ITO, they are going public, and people buy their shares, private sales before they go public. In the same vein, there is such an opportunity like that in crypto, where you can subscribe to private sales of new blockchain projects before they go to the public markets or the public exchanges, and you can make insane profit. We've seen from 1,000x to 2,000x to 5,000x to 100x to 200x of different cryptocurrencies. I'm not one who throws numbers so much out there, but trust me, I have no reason to even try to hype you up. This is what it is. I've seen it over and over, and it's of what is going on, what is possible in this ecosystem, really. And if you do your research, you will find that out. Okay, so you can also start you can also engage in in building your own blockchain project. It could be even charity. Do you know how much charity goes on in the world? Do you know how much impact you can make if you even come around a charity project that is blockchain based and is targeting third world countries? You know, this is just an idea of the book of the record. And these are things that you can engage in. For government, I have conversations that I use to engage with government, how they can build public blockchains of their own, private blockchains and consortium blockchains of their own. And if you're a government person here, you work with any government in any country, I'm happy to engage you and help you, you know, your government to say this is what you can do with blockchain, really. So yes. I'm trying to see where I need to really touch, because I'm hoping to just have this conversation open you up to do more research for yourself. Okay, so I've talked about e-commerce, human resources, and all of these things. Yeah. Okay, so something I'd like to close with, just like Pastor Ike said, you need to also do your research, right? So in the trading platform, for those who would like to, you know, make money from the blockchain and crypto space, you are better off with a mentor, a coach, someone who's been there, someone who can hold you by the hand and walk you through it, someone who has the experience. And if you try to do trial and error, I can guarantee you're going to lose money. And if you have a coach, you engage, trust me, yeah, you might still lose some money, but it won't be as much as you trying to just explore on your own or do trial and error. So I would suggest that if you can't get someone to walk you through, whether you're trying to build a career here, we've helped a lot of people transition from Web 2. All right, and this is not even about whether you're techie or not. There are a lot of techie people that don't even understand blockchain, don't even know what to do with their lives in the blockchain space. And we've been able to give them a transition plan, whether they are programmers or software programmers in the Web 2 space into the Web 3 space, which is the blockchain and crypto space. And pretty much that's what you want to do. If you're a lawyer, a typical lawyer, you're an accountant, you're an architect, and you want to say, how can I leverage blockchain, you know, for what I do? How can I position to start picking up skills, to start picking up, you know, knowledge that would make me relevant in the foreseeable future? Then you need a coach, you need someone to guide you and walk you through. If you want to start making money, start trying out opportunities in the blockchain and crypto space, there are a vast range of opportunities. But I can tell you that there are some that if you engage in today, in the next 1 week, in the next 2 weeks, you start making money, which going into them right now will be like a full conversational presentation of its own. But I'll still advise, get a coach, join Pastor Ike's community, because he's passionate about this. I'm sure perhaps he's going to, you know, maybe send you resources. The ones I can share with him, I will share with him. He can send you resources that can help you, or point you to areas, or I can point you to areas that you can go do your research, or platforms you can explore to you know, generate income for yourself while you are still researching on the technology and what you can do with the technology. So there's a whole lot we can do with blockchain, and I'm trying to not do information overload right now because I'm looking at the time. From security.
By the way, let me put some money on your end. If there's a feedback phone, you just mute it. You just mute it. Your system. I'm hearing feedback. Whenever I talk to.
Okay, is it still on? Is the echo still on?
I'll just mute your mic. Go that way. All right, guys, welcome everyone. I want to appreciate Plot Point on the box. My beautiful sister Zini, I enjoyed your video with your family. Lovely Zini, thank you. Big Ike, God bless you. This is your first time on my life. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, my name is Samuel Onamdi. I'm also Ike, Big Ike. I'm also Ike, but for over 6 weeks, part of those 6 weeks, TikTok banned my account. Part of it, I just decided to make a social media sabbatical But this is me coming live after about 6 weeks, and I'm so happy to meet new friends, old friends, and just pretty much meet everybody. Thank you so very much. I am giving us this information because very critical. We have to strategically position ourselves not to struggle financially like we have ever, always struggled. There are a lot of things that the doctors say to us. There are some crypto investment or blockchain investment that is long-term. There are blockchain investment that you can get returns in short term. All right. And I hope we can unpack some of these things when we begin to ask him questions. Okay. I hope you do have your questions because I do. All right. I just want to begin with the question and answer session. If you do have your question, please blink your mic. Let me know. When you blink your mic, I'm able to pick that you want to ask a question. All right. Now, Doc, this is how I want to start this question, especially what I said when I started. Let me give my testimony before I ask my question. So 2013, I was pastoring a local assembly and the church came together, decided to celebrate me. It was my birthday. So normally they would buy, whether I say land or buy a car. That year I said I don't have no need for no car. Don't give me nothing, just give me cash, right? Because it has came to my spirit to invest all of the money into crypto. So they gave me a little money, maybe about ₦1 million or whatever it is. I took that money, 2013, and put it into crypto. And people of God, I forgot it. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 5 good years. I was making plans to relocate to the United States of America, which people know is a capital-intensive project, right? And I'm like, God, where do I get money from, right? What do I do? And as I was thinking about that, it dropped in my spirit, go check your crypto. I had even forgotten I invested in crypto. When I went to check my crypto, I wasn't buying flight tickets for all the people that traveled with me to the United States. I almost bought the airline. When I went to check my crypto, boy, I almost passed out. The money I saw there made me speechless. That was my first encounter with this thing called crypto. And I like the way Doctor said it. It's not just crypto, because crypto is one part of the whole blockchain system. All right. And then how do you take advantage of block? How do you become Mark Zuckerberg on the internet creating Facebook? Right? How do you become the owner of WhatsApp? How do you create something out of this blockchain system that will benefit you? That is why we are having this conversation. Okay. So the question I want to ask Doctor is, what part of the continent has really been playing big on this blockchain community? All right. And what advantage does it pose knowing that America is now picking interest? That's a very important question, because my interest increased more, like I said before, when I saw Donald Trump attend a cryptocurrency conference. So now that the United States is picking interest in this currency, this digital currency, as against the other continents of the world that have been playing big in it, how does that build my confidence? How do I engage with that, Doctor?
That's a very intelligent question, sir. Thank you for that question. So my thinking is this: when the powers that be, back then in primary school, when people who don't really know so much in the class want to maybe do something or take an action, they look at the intelligent ones, the ones that always get the pass marks and the commendation from the teacher. How do I open my video again? Okay. So they look at what these people are doing, and then people who want to copy, they don't just copy anybody, they copy the smart ones. So the United States is I mean, the global spotlight is on the US. So for Donald Trump to be saying this, it means there is something in that direction, right? And the truth is, people don't throw stones at fruitless trees. If people are throwing stone at a tree, you can be so sure there are fruits on that tree. The reason there's so much controversy, should we adopt this? Should we not adopt this? Should we allow this? Should we not allow this? Should we regulate this? Should we not regulate this? How do we build compliance on this? Or should we not build compliance? The reason there is global conversation at World Economic Forum, by World Bank, by this, the reason that is happening is because there is something good in here. There is something about this ecosystem that is going to take power from the cabals and take power from the people. And I think Trump understands this finally. I think I'm of the strong opinion that the power brokers may not like what Trump wants to do with this, and they will fight him with that. But he knows that the people want some level of, true democracy, and he understands the power of crypto and how crypto relates to democracy, and is leveraging on that, and for a forward-thinking professional, he should say, okay, I think there is something in this direction. The fact that this kind of intelligent person, I've always known Trump to be an intelligent person. The fact that he's riding on this wave and on this trend, it means that he has found something. Even if he didn't find something, his team have found something, and they are confident enough to sell it to him, and he had the confidence to walk on that stage and sell it to his followers. It means that there is something good in here. And on the flip side of that, as a businessman, I should think, how can I position myself? Just like the conversation we're having the other day, how can I position myself in the market? Because it's a financial market as well. How can I position myself to ensure that this wave that is coming, I participate in the wealth transfer, that's going to happen from this, because there will be a wealth transfer. Remember, I talked about the pre-distribution of wealth that happened in 2008. Now there is an opportunity for a redistribution of wealth that can happen, and all I need to do is position myself and buy some legacy tokens in the market and wait. And I mean, definitely there will be a bullish movement, and I can sell off the green candle when that happens. So I don't know if I answered your question.
Thank you so much. You really did answer that question. And I love that your concept of pre-distribution and redistribution. The re makes it sound like, hey, if you missed it at the pre, please don't miss it at the re. There's going to be a redistribution of wealth. And then I love also your approach on positioning. When you see a trend, smart people will position themselves. Why are we even doing this live today? What do you guys think this life is all about? People on TikTok for so many things, right? People are here to get coin. Since I joined TikTok, I've not really been particular about coin. If I can empower somebody, which has been my life goal forever, if I can empower somebody, I'll be the happiest person ever. So this life is all about positioning you to take advantage of this trend. Doc, do you know that not only is Donald Trump interested in it, this man is pretty much the world's richest man now. Elon Musk is also heavily interested in crypto. So I keep asking, what on earth is about this crypto that like the top guys are picking interest in it? I have followed Elon Musk's recent conversation, and he even have this giveaway on cryptocurrency that he's doing, right? Where he doubles your crypto if you invest and all of that stuff. I say, what are these people saying? And like the answer, if you are in a classroom, right, and you want to pass the exam, target those students who are very smart and copy it. I think that's what this is about. Targeting United States of America, that is pretty much the smartest nation. Not looking down on any other nation, but it takes a lot to be a world power, right? If somebody is a world power, there must be something they are doing right. There must be a place where their mind is, right? That is worth copying. And if this top people, the two richest people in the world, are picking interest in this, you want to take advantage of it. You will not go wrong looking at where they are looking. Mommy Money, welcome. Good to have you here. You will not go wrong looking at where they are looking. Let's talk about democracy, doctor, because you are using political word in a financial setting, and a lot of people might be a little bit confused about, why is it keep talking about democracy? What does blockchain have to do with democracy? I want us to unpack that a little bit, right? And I know it's related to what you kept saying about legal tender of different nations being centralized, but blockchain is decentralized, right? Please unpack this thing. What is the advantage, or sorry, the disadvantage of centralized legal system or legal tender system? And what is the advantage of decentralized legal tender system? This can help people probably look towards blockchain a lot more. Go ahead, sir. Unmute. Unmute yet.
All right, sorry, I started speaking, I forgot. Okay, so thank you, sir, for that question. Very, very intelligent question. In the blockchain or crypto space, as it were, there are certain parameters that make a crypto viable. One is very delicate, and we call it tokenomics. It's a fusion of token plus economics. Put it together, tokenomics, which fiat currencies lack. So let me be a typical Nigerian. Part of answering this question will be me asking a question. It's a rhetorical question anyway. So everybody think about this. What is the total supply of the British pounds? What is the circulating supply of the British pounds? What is the total supply of the US dollar? What is the circulating supply of the US dollar? What is the maximum supply of the euro? What is the circulating supply of the euro? Now let me come to my country. What is the total supply of the naira? What is the circulating supply of the naira? What is the maximum supply of the naira? Guess what? Like I said, it's a rhetorical question. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And that itself is flawed. It's a flawed character of paper money that causes it to nosedive every morning, night, and noon. As a matter of fact, in Nigeria here, we've experienced a 6x minus 6x. Like, our currency has been devalued like more than 6 times its value right now, just in the last probably 18 months. And not just Nigeria, the US dollar is still stronger than the Nigerian naira, but the US dollar is still feeling its own pain of inflation. All fiat traditional currencies across the world. Now, the reason for this is in the question that I asked about what's the economics of this fiat currency. So, but on the flip side, in the blockchain and crypto space, there's such a thing as token economics. So it is the idea that it is designed perfectly to sustain the liquidity of this cryptocurrency within the community and the ecosystem that adopts it. That way, the price is not manipulated. Because if the government needs more currency to solve their problem, they can decide to print. But do they, apart from the stimulus package that we just heard during the COVID period, how many governments actually come out to say the suffering in the land is too much? Let us just print 1 trillion of this currency and help the people. The truth is they could do that, but if they do, it's going to caps the economy of that country, looking at the gross domestic product that it exports and the per capita income at the time. You're going to cause an economic tsunami when you do that. In fact, they cannot afford to do that because they will be exposing themselves to a serious problem. So it's rooted in the core character of paper money, the way it was designed to be. The rich will continue to get richer and the poor will continue to get poorer. So there is no freedom. Like I was telling Pastor, I said the 99% of the world populace feed on 1% of the world assets, while the 1% of the world populace share the 99% of the world assets. That is the way it has, like, by the fiat currency system. The truth is, decentralization and democracy started.
That's undemocratic. Now I understand.
Yes, that's very undemocratic. Very, very undemocratic. It's not democratic at all. Now, even in the Bible, I mean, if we look at stories, sometimes I mean, this is a conversation of believers. When you look at stories, look at Isaac, look at Jacob, look at some of these characters. They saw treasure in their lands and it was theirs. Is it like that this day? There's no democracy. right? In the days of our forefathers, they go to the farm, they are farming, they see cowries. Who owns it? The government? No, they own it. They see gold in their land. Who owns it? The government? No. If you find gold in your land right now, it's not yours. If you find crude oil in your land right now, it's not yours. That's not democracy. Blockchain is yes. It gives you the opportunity. Yes. So I like to say blockchain and crypto gives you the express to enjoy true democracy, which is the currency of the people, for the people, and by the people. And the intrinsic nature and character of every cryptocurrency lies in the forces that drive its value. One is demand, two is acceptance, three is supply, four is adoption, and five is utility. Demand, acceptance, adoption, supply, and utility. These are the forces that drive the intrinsic value of cryptocurrency, and it is not affected by third parties, only by the people, the community, or the ecosystem that adopts this crypto. So when people accept the currency, the price appreciates. When they don't accept the currency, the price drops. So the prices of cryptos, when you see those green candles and red candles, prices go up and down based on demand, supply, acceptance, adoption, and utility. Nothing else.
Okay, Doc. Okay, this is good, because what you're saying is gonna lead me somewhere right now. Okay, now if all these great men are picking interests, what impact does it make in the market? Now, how does events, okay, because you talked about people accepting as what impacts this crypto to move from, you call it green candle, to move from the red candle to the green candle, okay? Now, the question in my mind is, what event, how does the events of the world impact on this? And I want you to tie into this, because this might be my last question and I will let other people ask, okay? I want you to tie to the question I wrote down on my notes. How can one position against the volatility of blockchain? How can one position against the volatility of blockchain? And how can world events? You said something to me about when Donald Trump was shot. Just that act, attempted suicide act, affected or made the market to react. So how does world event make this market react? And how can we position so that we can invest in the right time, okay, and avoid the wrong time of investment? I want you to talk about that. Also, volatility of the blockchain and how can one position against it?
All right, thank you, Pastor Ike. So this part line of conversation is what we'll call technical analysis and sentiment analysis, all right, in crypto trading. So there is fundamental analysis, which I touched a bit, that I talk about the tokenomics, intrinsic value, demand, supply, acceptance, adoption, utility, and all of those are fundamentals, right? And this question speaks about technical analysis. Now, we need to understand that the green candles you see, the red candles you see, all those up and down movement, they are the thoughts, feelings, emotions, and mindsets of buyers and sellers of cryptocurrencies worldwide captured as price. I'll say that again. The green candles we see, the red and green that is moving up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, are the mindsets, the emotions, the psychological state, the feelings of traders globally captured as price. So when you think about this, you will know that every global event affects the mindset, affect the feelings, affect the emotions of traders globally. So, and it's all of these feelings that reflects on the charts as price. So if my decision to click on buy is as a result of my psychology and my emotional state at the time. And if there are 1 million people like me that click on buy, it means that 1 million people like me are making a decision, a psychological decision to affect the market, and it will print green. But if 1 million people like me are clicking buy and 20 million people are clicking sell, it means that there is sell pressure. The sell pressure is higher than the buy pressure. It means that the red candle will be higher, will be more severe than the green candle, will be stronger than the green candle. So the market will be bearish. So when whatever happened, when Donald Trump was shot and there was a failed assassination, it caused a panic in the market. So buyers and sellers worldwide, their emotional state was affected, and when people panic, they don't make a positive decision, they make a negative decision. So the market reacted negatively because traders worldwide, their emotions, their feelings, their thoughts at the time were aligned towards panic and anxiety, and the market reacted to the feelings and the decisions that the traders globally made at the time. So this is how global events and global situations just affect the market. So it's purely psychological.
So that means
The second part, sorry, the second part of your question: how do we protect ourselves? Okay,
you are muted.
sorry. How we protect ourselves from this volatility is to first understand what I explained now, right? And also be a student of the market and always be at alive. You're going to be an investor or a trader. If you're an investor that doesn't have time, have a coach that can tell you this thing is going on, get out of the market. If not, if you don't have a coach, you have to do it yourself. You have to know that, okay, this situation right now, it means that I have to leave the market. So that's knowledge. Knowledge always separates the best from the rest. So you need to educate yourself in the market. You need to build a relationship with the chart. You need to understand feelings, thoughts, emotions, how it's captured as price in the market, so that you can always make decisions for yourself. If you don't have the luxury of time, you get someone or an accountability or a trading partner that can always help to do that. And whenever you notice things like that, you move to stable coins. Now in the crypto market, there are stables, cryptocurrencies that are in parity with the US dollar. There is USDT. USD Theta is a crypto, but it is not a fiat currency. It's a crypto, but it's non-volatile. It is stable. So it is backed by treasury houses like Theta. There is Circle, USDC. So Circle is company in the US. They have some level of collaboration with Coinbase. Coinbase is owned by a US citizen. So Coinbase supports Circle. So there's USDT, there is USDC, there is BUSD owned by Binance. These are all stable cryptocurrencies. They are in parity with the dollar. It's just $1 to 1 USDT, or $1 to 1 USDC, or $1 to BUSD, right? So whenever there is market chaos, you move your assets to these stable cryptos. When the market settles, you come back and buy. And in fact, it can even help you that when price drops, you even buy more quantity of these cryptos, and you are in profit again once the market recovers. So that's a good way to go. Thank you.
These are well answered questions. I wonder if anybody has a question to ask. Ask Doctor. Wow. Tamuna, welcome. 11 great people listening to me. I'm surprised to have 11 of us after 6 weeks of not being online, but I really appreciate you. Angel, good to see you here. And you've not even lost your subscription. You still kept your subscription, Angel. That's so beautiful. I'm honored. I'm really honored. I'm really honored about that. Let me talk about digital coach, Doctor, because you said information makes the best out of the rest. Studying the market, okay? You should have a coach, somebody that can guide you. But in today's world where there's an advent of AI, okay, is there a platform, AI platform, that's what I refer as digital coach, that could help predict the market for you, that could alert you, say, hey, this investment, this is time to move it out to a stable currency, this is time to invest. Is there an AI out there that can help investors in the crypto or blockchain community or ecosystem, maximize their money? Unmute, yeah. Unmute.
All right. Thank you so much for that question, guys. So, yes. So the answer is yes. I've used AI and robots over the years, from Cointech to Royal Q to the one I'm using now is called Volatility AI, and it's been fantastic. Like, but here's the thing, guys. It's called artificial intelligence. It's not really intelligence. It means that it is trained, all right? It is trained with a line of instructions to move. And whether you like it or not, there are certain market forces that it there are certain market forces that it may not be able to react to. Certain market forces, just like Google Maps. I don't know how it is over in the US. In Nigeria, Google Maps is very effective, and but sometimes Google Map can, sometimes, not all the time, it might just be 2% of the time, it can lead you to a bush. Sometimes, but most of the times, I mean, I drive a lot in Abuja. I live in Abuja. Google Maps, in fact, this is my third year here. So when I initially came, I didn't know anywhere. So Google Maps was my best friend. And there was one time he drove me to a one way. I didn't know it was a presidential road. I just had army storm my car. Like, this one was not VIO. This one was not yellow fever. This was army. If not that I was well dressed in suits and my steez and composure was with me, they knew that I was not anyhow person. So they calmly told me that it was a one way, but I had to pay a fine, and I respected myself and paid. So they didn't rough handle me. Now, that was on the light note. I said that to say this: AI is great, and it has been helping me because I'm fairly a busy person. So I decided to start using AI in trading. There's a platform I discovered by some Asian guys who built it, and then it's been quite effective for me. I'm making money with it, and I can recommend that to anyone who would like to also leverage the platform. But like I said, I will not sugarcoat it. AI is great, just like Elon Musk would say, but it has its own negative effect here and now. So, and you should be able to cushion yourself, or from some of these things, by deciding to invest, but with an open mind, or with risk tolerance and risk management in mind. So what I do personally is, as the AI platform is trading, I'm moving out my profits all the time. So that if there is any day that the AI is not able to actually respond to market situations, I'm not at so much risk because I've been moving out my funds. But I like to always put that out there so that people know. And then when you're making a decision to do that, you do it based on your personal decision. But yes, so far so good. I have not had a reason to regret using that AI. It has been working. I only said what I said so that you have it in mind, just in case you know that, okay, you are making a decision based on your risk tolerance. If you decide to use Google Maps today, you know that, oh, if it takes me to my destination, all well and good. But if it makes a mistake, it is Google Maps. I'm not expecting it to be 100% correct all the time. So yes, I'll be happy to share that platform with you guys, or I'll probably share with Pastor Ike, and if he's kind enough, he can share in the community as well, if he's willing to do that, and if anybody is also willing to learn about that platform. So yeah, that's what I can say about that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really do love the simplicity to which you answer this question. I'm really, really, blessed by it. Guys, let me say this, okay? I have a WhatsApp community. More of the back end of this conversation will be over there. I probably would bring in a closed door meeting Dr. Tile to come and the practical aspect of it. Hello, Hedy. How you doing? The practical aspect of it. I bring him to hold us by the hands. Whether you don't have a cryptocurrency account, how to open one, all right? How to navigate around it, how to invest. It's okay to put some money down. Do you guys know that even your Cash App has a place where you can buy stock, where you can invest in crypto and stuff? Okay, so there are a lot that will happen on that closed door meeting. So if you are not in my community where the teaching slide will be posted, where we can also have many more closed door meetings. And hey, nobody's taking your money from you. What we are promoting is a do it yourself. There's no skin in any game. I don't have no skin in this game. I don't want to. I have no business with your money. I always try to protect my integrity. I have no business with your money. I don't want to take it, right? But I want to show you what we are doing and have you do it yourself and see how it increases your money in the next few months or 1 year. I've practically experienced it and it blessed me. It helped my transition or my relocation from Nigeria to the United States. That's how I got the money to do all that I did in the year 2017, crypto. Okay, so please join us. Does anybody have any question? Does anybody have any question to ask the doctor? This is a good time to ask that question. If you want to join the WhatsApp community, please send me a direct message with your number and I will add you. I will make sure I add a lot of people before I send the lecture notes for you to study. Big Ike, I see you blinking your mic. Go ahead, Big Ike.
Okay, can you hear me? Good afternoon. The thing is just that I don't really have a question. I really want to appreciate you, the creator of this life, and my very, very old, longtime friend and brother, Dr. Davis Intale. This is just me giving him his flowers. I remember when he was really, bullish on crypto technology, knowledge, and everything, and people like us were joking with him. And his consistency has just proven how powerful crypto is. So I think if you remember, I called him last year, towards the end of last year. I told him, see, I am done taking this thing like treating it with kid's glove. That I am now fully into it, and since that time I've been learning every day crypto banter and every channel that has to do with crypto, everything possible to learn, and I know how much I've earned between January and now, and I also hope to earn more with airdrops and some other things I'm also doing. So, Dr. Tale, too much. Thank you very much.
That's beautiful.
Sir.
That's beautiful. Any other question, contribution? Can you flash your mic if you want to say something?
Pastor Ike, so I just attached this file, the file I shared in the email. So once I receive your email now, I'll just send it now. I don't want to procrastinate. So if you can just send it on WhatsApp, so I'll just email you now. I know that I've done it. Thank you.
That's beautiful. I'm sending it immediately. That's very beautiful. Okay, so guys, I would want all of us, let me say the truth. I want all of us to have, I know you have investment in other places, okay? But I would want us to put some money. I mean, there could be casual, careless money that you have. Put it in crypto. Put it in crypto. You see what I'm saying? Put it in the blockchain so that we can grow money through that means, okay? There's also, like I said, going to be a closed door meeting. Oh boy, I just remember what Doctor said. Doctor, you made mention of initial public offer that some companies do, but you also said that before some of those companies go public, they announced this to some of their closed door friends. They announced it to some privileged, like privileged information. This is why you want to belong to a community, and you share the testimony of how you and your friends came across this privileged information, Doctor. And you guys quickly bought it. You told me how millions were made by you guys because you got that privileged information before you went public. Guys, you have to research on this. A lot is happening. If the world richest people are looking on blockchain, I'll be crazy not to look at. That's the way I'm looking at it. If Donald Trump is looking at this and Elon Musk is looking at this, something will be wrong with me not to look at this. I'm telling you, and that's why I'm doing this meeting. Doc, let me ask you the last question before I draw the curtain. And that question will be two-sided. The first side is understanding and deploying the different applications on blockchain. You talked about it, that the blockchain is like the internet, okay? And there are many things that you can do on the internet, okay? Apart from investing in crypto, how can one listening to us now understand, number one, very important, understand and deploy this application and invest in some other of these applications in blockchain? That's the first. The second question is risk dimension to all of this conversation, because people don't understand risk analysis in business. Okay, growing up and being taught business or economics in the school, they always say that it is profit and loss. Okay, people like the profit side of business, but they don't know how to go about the loss side of business. So talk to us about risk, so that it doesn't look like we are being deceptive. I have no idea, no plans whatsoever to deceive people. I want them to get the whole information. All right, the risk analysis, the risk management, the risk possibility, and how you can understand it and mitigate against it, so that you have minimal losses, maximum profit. And then also talk to us about the different application on blockchain and how someone here can take advantage of it. And that will be my last question, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Pastor Ike. I'm trying to see. I think I had a slide. I worked on applications on the blockchain. Yeah, I worked us through different ways we can apply the blockchain. It really, the blockchain can take anything. Basically, it can absorb any career that you have, that anyone has, whichever sector, legal sector, real estate, politics, governance, security, finance, any sector you can think of, supply chain, any sector. But how do you, as a professional, as a business person, plug in? Is by researching and finding the skill points you can access. All right, the skill milestones you can crush. For instance, someone who is an architect, a traditional architect, wants to explore blockchain, right? What he needs to do is to learn 3D animation and research about the metaverse. I've not talked about the metaverse all this while. Research about the metaverse. The metaverse is the world in a virtual space, in the blockchain space, where people can literally spend cryptocurrencies. Churches should start even thinking of holding services on the metaverse, because these kids that are born with tablets in their hands right now will likely not walk into a church in the foreseeable future. Yes, the future of contact is no contact at all. And the metaverse will be, oh, I just said something heavy there. That's a good thing to tweet. the church, the future church, right? It's not going to be this, what we are used to, what our generation, the millennials, the baby boomers, even the Gen Zs, it's not what they're used to, right? So an architect now, I was talking about architect, an architect now should start thinking, how can I, pick up more skills that can help me stay relevant in that future, or can help me even start building solutions for that future that I see. I am not an architect, I'm an educationist, but I have knowledge in all of these areas to be able to coach people, right? And that's what they should do. An artist who is used to sketching right now, yeah, that's traditional. There's such a thing called NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And there are two things that drive the value of NFTs: scarcity and rarity. How can I use my art talent to start positioning? Once there is regulation, once there is compliance, once there are structures and systems, these things will blow up. So people that have positioned and started building solutions or started heightening their career skills in these niches will just be they will just have the first mover advantage. All right. So people will go to the bar in the metaverse. People will go and lodge in hotels. People will buy lands in the metaverse. People have lands in the metaverse. There's a project, Overland. You can research it. I have about 140 plots of land in the metaverse on Overland. Are they currently valuable? Maybe not. But do I have these lands? Yes, I do. Will they be valuable later in life? I don't know. But do I have them? Yes, I do. Just like people bought some cryptos years ago and they don't even know what it is, right? So that's how you can, people can prepare. Lawyers right now, very soon, I mean, you need to understand smart contracts. A lawyer right now, have you noticed when people ask you if you are for those who go to networking parties and all that? I attend networking parties a lot. So, oh, what do you do? I'm a lawyer. Okay. And you're a lawyer there, you're wondering, why are they selling me? You're a lawyer. Okay. I am into real estate. I'm a lawyer and I do litigation. I'm a lawyer and I'm a lawyer and I'm a lawyer and I'm into security. I'm a lawyer and I'm a blockchain expert. So I'm a lawyer. Okay, what do you do? I focus on smart contracts. So smart contract is done with blockchain. And if you're a lawyer and you understand smart contract, you see your pay will be like 20x against your colleagues who just are legal, professionals. So there is a place for you in the blockchains. I may not be able to exhaust all of them. There is somewhere you can stay. Whatever you can write, projects are looking for expert writers who understand. There are writers everywhere, but not all writers understand Web3. So research on Web2. The current internet reality is Web2. The Facebook, the TikTok is Web2. Study about Web3. And while we are trying to catch up with Web3, people are launching Web4 and Web5 already. People are going far. And we're still trying to understand. We're still here doing 1 hour, 30 minutes conversation, trying to explain this Web3. People are already positioning for Web4 and Web5. Right? So we need to move fast. Second part. Some of these answers take time for me to explain them. Second part, if I remember the question. Okay, the risk. Pastor Ike asked about the risk. So honestly, what I would recommend is crypto banking. Is what I call crypto banking, right? My risk tolerance is where it is today because, like, it was part of the opening statement between me and Pastor. I said I have lost a lot of money, and that has also formed the foundation of my risk tolerance and my risk appetite, because I've been Dr. Tali and lost everything. I don't want to mention figures. Crazy amount of money that can make someone commit suicide. Literally, and you to be justified. Like, oh no, he reached he reached to die. Crazy, so but that has also built me. Is my story. It has helped me to have come out of that, and it has helped me be better. But I wouldn't recommend that for anybody here. So I would recommend crypto banking, where you have you have your steady income, or whatever income you currently have, and you apportion a percentage of it to crypto, which you can label as currently as a high risk investment vehicle. And you can say 5% or 10% or 20%, and you gradually increase that percentage as your risk tolerance increases. And as the returns from that crypto vehicle investment increases, right, you can, increase that percentage a bit. It's from 5 to 10. The private clients I'm privileged to work with.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted, Doc. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Doc, you're muted. Doc, you're muted.
I'm sorry, a call is coming in. I have another meeting by 4, so they are calling me to remind me. So, but people have grown. Some of my private clients have grown their risk appetite and tolerance from the 5% we started with to over 60%. And I did not have to recommend that, and I did not recommend that, and I will not recommend that. But it was personal to them, and they grew to that over time. So there is a lot of volatility in the market. You can have a crypto asset now, and market can react and it goes down in value, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have lost everything in that. It means that at that point in time the price is down, and maybe you need to liquidate for a need or for a family expense, and that cryptocurrency is not available at that time to give you the finances you need. So that's why you need to only start with what you can afford to lose. That's what we say. But really, we don't plan to lose everything. We just plan based on our risk tolerance and risk appetite. So that is a good way to start. Thank you.
That is so. My God, if you guys are not learning anything here, I wonder what is going on. I'm learning a whole lot. If I do, can I summarize what Doctor said? Avoid greed. Avoid hastiness, okay? Avoid greed, avoid hastiness. In fact, the Bible said the righteous will not make haste, okay? When I started, I said investigate before you engage. And what that means is do your due diligence in detailed research. Don't be moved by sentiment, don't be moved by greed, and then go with how much you can lose. There's nobody putting a gun on your head, saying you must invest $1 million. No, right? Okay, this crypto thing they're talking about. If I lose $100, how would I feel? I wouldn't feel really bad. Let me start off with $100, okay? And as you grow, you can move down your risk quotient from 5%, like Doctor said, and on your own, you can say, listen, I can put 60% on this, and I wouldn't even feel it if I lose it, right? It is all about progression and growth. Okay, there are a lot of things that he wasn't really able to say. He's a busy man, like he said, and he has another meeting. He's going around disseminating information and helping a lot of people make financial decision that is quite wise. And I'm gonna let him go and also bring this meeting to an end. But hey, please hit me on the comment section so that you can be added to my WhatsApp community, because we'll be having closed door meetings with him, and we can now practically, engage what we have learned. You can open your own blockchain, Bitcoin account, and then you can start making investments, okay? You'll be receiving information on some AIs that work, some materials you want to study about, how to monitor the market, how to understand the red and the green candles, a whole lot at back end that time will not allow us dispense here on TikTok. But I believe that we have laid some good foundation that will enable us now build going forward. I really appreciate every one of you. My brother Alfonso, what a joy to have you here. I've been off for almost 6 weeks, but I'm back, and I'll continue to be back by God's grace. I appreciate every one of you. Zini, are you there? Are you in a place where you can talk? Zini is pretty much gonna be my co-host if she has the availability, so I don't have to do all the talking. Zini, are you in a place where you can talk? Probably you are doing motherhood stuff with your kids. All right. So guys, I was gonna ask us to take the like to 10,000. We already did. Thank you for everyone that liked, that shared, that contributed. This conversation will be posted on YouTube. Go to my bio, click on my YouTube link, subscribe to my YouTube so that you can be able to listen to it again. All right. God bless you. I really enjoyed my time. And Doctor, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm getting ready my investment. I'm getting rid of my investment, and I don't want to do it alone. I want to carry my community and my family along. Okay, I'm getting rid of my investment. I'm gonna play big on crypto because I feel, especially guys, let me give you a secret. When I started, I said there's something about being prophetic and being a futurist, ability to photograph into tomorrow. Let me give you guys a secret. This 2024 United States election, oh my goodness. Remember, the market reacts to things, right? There's a way this election will go. The money you put down on Bitcoin or blockchain now will just boom, right? Just by the way the election. I'm telling you, when you see major occurrences happening, major significant occurrences happening, then you want to know, oh, should I put my money down here? How will this election impact my money? How can my $100 turn to $3,000, $4,000 because of this election? I'm giving you guys a secret, okay? But when we get to the back end, we'll learn more of this. My name is Samuel Onamdi. I'm a Reverend Gentleman, Ambassador of the State of Israel, and it's been a joy to be back again on TikTok. I miss it on this platform. I'm happy to be back, and I hope to keep bringing an engaging conversation to all of us. God laid it in my heart to start Super Sunday series. And in Super Sunday, we'll be dealing with a lot of things. Very soon, I'll be bringing a friend of mine and we'll be looking into parenting. Some of us have growing children. We don't even know how to parent properly. You don't go to school for parenting. You don't really. You are an architect, a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer. You went to years and years of school system to become what you are today, right? If you can be trained in school system to be a doctor, why are we becoming accidental parents without proper training on how to really parent and the dynamics of parenting even the children of this generation? That is going to be on another Super Sunday with a friend and brother of mine, and we will dive so deep into the concept of parenting. It's going to be interesting on this platform. It's not just preaching, talking, asking for coins, asking for money. My greatest heart desire is to impact you with knowledge in a way that you will really, really become better than you were when you started this year. We are all ending 2024 a lot more better. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee by God on our side, okay? And on that note, I wrote down a sound bite. From Dr. Tile. It says, the reason why you should invest in this is market regulation is coming, compliance is coming, structure and system is coming, and this thing will blow up. Do you see that? And that was why I said, if Donald Trump and Elon Musk is looking into this, that means now there's going to be regulation, compliance, structure, and system. When that happens, crypto will take over currency. Crypto will retire paper currency. Something will really, really happen about this blockchain. He says, when all of this gets into place, this thing will blow up. It means it has not blown up yet, okay? It will blow up soon. And I want you to be invested right now before it blows up, so that you can come to get tomorrow and say, Pastor, send me your account. I want to send you a tithe. You see, I think that's how I like to take people's tithes, okay? I can't ask you for money when I've not put in place something that will bring money into you, okay? When I make you make more money, I will even ask for it. You on your own will gladly come and say, Pastor, I want to bless you because you have blessed me, all right? That is how we are going to be drawing the curtain today. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for your time and your attention, and I will see you again next Sunday. The Lord bless you. Father, I pray right now for everyone, especially for Doctor who took his time, his intellect, his wisdom, his years of experience and research, and blessed us with it. I ask that you bless him really, really good, and ask, oh God, that you will make this meeting productive, that people will come back to say, okay, I have increased in my finances after I listened to you guys. Let that be our testimony. In Jesus' name I pray, and amen. Amen. Love you guys so much. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you again soon. All right, this is the time to drop from the box. Thank you so much again, Doctor. I have sent you the email address. Send me the slides so that I can share. Guys, send me a message on, send me an inbox message so that I can add you to this community where you get more information that we are not able to release on this platform, okay? Please do follow me. Do follow me, do follow me, do follow me. All right? Thank you so much. God bless you, and I'm signing out now.